All good, all good. Good, good, good. Alright, guys, what is up? It is Shiny Nickel here, back at you with my last and final mock draft for the 2018 NFL Draft. Sorry I'm doing this late. I honestly just don't have time with school and everything. I have three. I have 3 tests and a quiz tomorrow. So, again, I know you guys understand that I have to do schoolwork, I have to do homework, I have to study. So after this, I'm going to have to study some more, but school is irrelevant now as the NFL Draft is in less than 24 hours. It is currently 9:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The draft is at 9 p.m. tomorrow, so it's actually about 23 hours and 34 minutes. Excuse me, away if I did my time math there correctly, but anyway. Alright, yeah, first pick, I've had this one through in and throughout. Sam Darnold going one of the Browns. I just think that he's the best fit for the Browns. And, again, I think Rosen is the most pro-ready. But I think Darnold will be the best quarterback out of this draft. I know there are rumors going around that it's really between of the 4 quarterbacks being Darnold, Rosen, Allen, and Baker Mayfield. The Browns have ruled out Rosen, but all 3 are all are in play. Guys, I'm tired. I'm so sorry. But yeah, all 3 of them could be in play, and I think it is very possible that Josh Allen goes here. But I'm going to roll with Sam Darnold, and I hope the Browns do draft Sam Darnold. I think that's what they will do. So Dorsey really isn't. I mean, I'm sure Dorsey knows, but no one else in the Browns organization does. Alright, so enough of me ranting. I've already said my things about Sam Darnold in previous videos. Number 2, we're going to go to the New York Giants, and this is a new one for me, but not for a lot of people. They're going to go Saquon Barkley out of Penn State. On my board, which I have back here, he is, honestly, in my opinion, he's the 3rd best player in the draft. Now, he may be the best player out of this draft class. He may break multiple records, be the Giants' leading all-time rusher, whatever. But in this draft, I think the best player is Quentin Nelson, followed by Bradley Chubb, and then Saquon Barkley. And in my opinion, you can put any of those guys in any of the order. You can have Barkley, Chubb, Nelson, Barkley, Quentin Nelson, Chubb. I think I just said that again, but you get the point. They could be in any 3 order, and I think the Giants take the one that's best and highest on their board, and that is Saquon Barkley out of Penn State. Moving on to number 3. I don't like putting this pick here for the Jets because my friend's a Jets fan and I want to see the Jets do good. They're similar to the Browns, but they should not do this. But they will. They're going to draft Baker Mayfield, quarterback out of Oklahoma. A lot of people think Baker Mayfield's the best quarterback in the draft. I don't. When I have a personality red flag, I don't like it. I need my guys to be blue collar, to be Sam Darnold's, to be Josh Allen's personality-wise. I don't like Baker Mayfield's. I hated Manziel coming out of college. I don't hate Baker Mayfield. But I just think, honestly, he has the biggest bust potential. I think he has worse chance to bust than Josh Allen does. And I just don't like him going to the Jets just because of their windy stadium. Windiest in the NFL. You play Miami once a year, but I think the Baker Mayfield should hope that the Oracle or whatever he saw was right and that he goes to Arizona. Because you play in a dome, you play LA, you play, I forget who else in that division, the 49ers. Oh my gosh, I am tired. I'll repeat that multiple times throughout this video and I'll forget stuff, but yeah. Baker Mayfield to the Jets at 3. And at number 4, the Browns will take the best player available. They'll get an interesting offer from Buffalo, but they cannot refuse passing up on Bradley Chubb, defensive end out of North Carolina State. Guys, if the Browns draft Bradley Chubb, this is going to be fun. I can tell you that right now. The Browns defense will be fun to watch. Bradley Chubb, Ogba, Garrett, Ogunjobi, Trevon Coley. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to watch them get after the passer. The Browns had one of the best running defenses in the league last year. They won't after trading a guy like Danny Shelton, but that is okay. Because they're going to be the best pass rushing team in the league in a couple of years. And if you talk to GMs, what they need and what they always look for is left tackle and someone to pass rush those left tackles. So left tackle and pass rusher. GMs are always looking from, and the Browns get the best one in this draft at number 4. At number 5, this is a little bit of a reach, and be prepared to be a little bit shocked here. But at number 5, the Broncos, who, this is, again, I think I would do this if I was John Elway. I don't think Elway will. They're going to go Minkah Fitzpatrick, defensive back out of Alabama. I say defensive back because I don't know still if he is a safety or a corner. But I think Minkah Fitzpatrick will, other than Bradley Chubb, can help out the Broncos most. The Broncos need help in the secondary. They signed Case Keenum. If any of you got that joke, John Elway, when he introduced Case Keenum, he said Case Keesum. Alright. But Minkah Fitzpatrick, I think it could be a really good defensive back. He can help special teams out first year. You know, he can do it all, and I think that's great. I think he's this year's Jabril Peppers, except he's more of a, you know, he's not going to play in the box. I do say even Derwin James in play here, maybe Quentin Nelson, but I think that John Elway says, you know what, let's draft a quarterback in the 3rd round, whether it's Luke Falk, Kyle Lauletta, maybe Mason Rudolph, he pulls the trigger on high in the 2nd. I don't think he will, but he could. So, again, John Elway and the Broncos can go a ton of different ways, but I think, in my opinion, this is what I would do at 5. I would take the best defensive back in the not in the league. He could be in the league eventually, but in this draft. Going to the number 6 pick, and the Colts are going to, again, receive an interesting offer from the Bills, but they're just not going to be able to pass up the highest climbing guy on NFL boards in Roquan Smith, as I don't have my face cam attached to this one. Oh well, that's okay. You don't get to see my face for a little bit. Lucky for you guys. Roquan Smith is, if you talk around the league, he's the highest climbing guy on draft boards. So teams like my draft board, I had it set, but NFL teams, they change it daily. They change it out. They change it minutely. That's not a word, I know, but they change it every minute. And Roquan Smith is the guy who is rising the fastest of the guys in the 1st round. The 1st round ranked guys. The 1st round grade guys. The Colts could have their starting middle linebacker here for the next 10 years. I compare Roquan Smith a lot to Patrick Willis. I think they have a lot of similarities. He has great box-to-box speed. And he's going to give you 110, and that's all you can ask for out of a middle linebacker. I think the Colts will look to trade out of here. This is where I think the first trade will be, because I don't think, and I've heard rumors that the Giants are not going to trade out of 2, and that their asking price was just too much. So I think the next team that could trade down is the Colts, but I think they're going to take I cannot say Roquan Smith. Roquan Smith out of the University of Georgia. Coming in at 7 here, it's going to be Quentin Nelson, guard out of Notre Dame. Quentin Nelson could have gone 5, could have gone 6, and the Buccaneers here are going to get the best player in the draft, in my opinion. They're going to get someone to protect Jameis Winston for the next 8 to 10 years. Quentin Nelson is the safest guy in the draft. I think he has no bust potential. At least, at a minimum, you're getting an average starting guard that you know will be on your team for the next 10 years. And that's at the least. I mean, this kid does not have bust. At the most, he becomes one of the best linemen in NFL history. I mean, it's that simple. It's that easy. He's going to be a good player. Nothing more to say. Coming in at number 8, and I had this pick in my first mock draft, and that is Denzel Ward of the Bears. The Bears are in a division with Aaron Rodgers, Mitch Trubisky, and Kirk Cousins. That division is going to throw the ball, and you need corners. They re-signed Kendall Fuller. They matched the Packers, I think, offer sheet. I'm trying to remember it right. It happened a while ago. But if you have Denzel Ward and... Is it Kyle or Ken? No, it's Kyle Fuller, yeah. He was out of Virginia Tech, I think. You put those two together, it's going to be nightmares for Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers will find a way to beat him, but, you know, it just makes it harder for him to figure out a way to beat him. You get the best defensive draft... the best defensive back in the draft in Denzel Ward. And I'm an Ohio State fan. I love Ohio State, so I want to see this kid get drafted in the top 10. Coming in at number 9, the Bills are just going to say, screw it. We're overpaying to get up 3 spots, and they're going to trade up to 9 and get Josh Allen. Really, the only reason I have this pick in here is because I think Josh Allen will end up with the Bills. Now, they may just stay at 12 and just say, hey, I don't think Miami's gonna take Allen, and I don't think they will either. I think they want Baker Mayfield. Hey, we can just get him at 12 if the Broncos don't take him at 5. We're good. We don't have to give up anything. We can have both our first-round picks, our first-round pick next year, and our second. Whoa, what a novel idea. Anyway. But yeah, this pick is more of just a novelty, and I really don't know what way San Francisco is going to go. So I kind of just made a trade so I can tell you guys that Josh Allen is going to the Bills. Lastly, at number 10, the Oakland Raiders. They need a lot of help, but no more than the secondary like their compadres in the AFC West. Whoopsies. And they're going to go Derwin James. There it is. Derwin James out of Florida State. Derwin James is the best free safety in the draft. I think this dude is amazing. This dude is going to cover tight ends. He's going to do it all for you. He's going to help you out any way he can, your defensive back. And you're going to get what I couldn't. I think Derwin James can make the Pro Bowl in his rookie year. I think Derwin James is going to light the league up on defense. I really do. Now, some of you may differ. I don't. I think Derwin James can be a great free safety in the NFL. Again, not a lot to say on him other than that. He's just going to be good. I'm not going to drag it on more. Drafts at 9 tomorrow night. I will be watching it, obviously, because, I've done 3 mock drafts. I do more mock drafts offline, but these are kind of just scenario-based mock drafts. These are actual my mock drafts. So I may have some of my reactions to what the Browns do. I'm a Ohio State, I'm a Browns fan, so I will probably record my reactions to all the picks and just give you them there and just maybe make a compilation of them and then upload it. That's not for sure, but it may be a video you look for in the future. But I think this is where I'm going to end it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm nervous and I'm excited for the draft. I'm more excited, honestly, than I am nervous because the Browns have 2 top 5 picks, top 4 really. So they could either screw this up or the Browns could be Super Bowl favorites in 4 years. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, guys, I will also be probably doing a review of my latest mock draft and seeing where everyone went in terms of what I said and where they actually went. So, yeah. Look out for those kinds of videos in the future, and I'm going to have to go to sleep right now because, guys, I'm so dead tired, and I want to be able to stay up till like midnight and watch the draft tomorrow. Alright, Shiny Nickel out. Peace.